And we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. The Jets defense, offense ready to see if they can keep building on this long winning streak. And the focal point of the offense, as it's been all year, is this man at running back. Boy, he's been great. He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time we looked up, it seemed like he was in the end zone.
And let's face it, I didn't want to look up. I was enjoying what I was seeing on the field. Now, it's highly unlikely that he does it again, that type of a game. But maybe a couple of touchdowns? I think that's within reach.
They begin with a run by Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith running wide side. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The numbers for Smith a week ago,
just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total scary. On 2nd down, here's Smith.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game too.
47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down.
They'll run it again with Smith. A nice little juke. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Inside handoff, Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On 3rd down, Smith. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the 1st thanks to a flashy little spin move. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Smith trying to run for it. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down carry for Smith. He spins free. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
CD, he is getting closer. He just went past 18,000 career rushing yards, just a few hundred away from Mr. Emmitt Smith.
And aren't you glad we don't have to go down and interview him after the game?
I don't want to talk to him.
Because you know we'd have to ask him about the record. He doesn't want to talk about it at this time, I'm sure. But the countdown will officially begin.
Yeah, it's the elephant in the room. Everybody knows he's knocking on the door.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Jets at 13-1 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Again, it's Smith. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 120 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big, because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Toss left. This is Smith. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the...
A beautiful spin and room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there on
his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he spins past him and into space. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. From there, we'll head down to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home in MetLife Stadium. And they lead the visiting Browns in that one at halftime. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the 30 on second down, Wilson goes right back to Smith again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's got Smith here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw here to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Jets. From 19 yards away, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows.
And a nice spin into some open field. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Jets extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now it's Smith running right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They keep it with Smith on first down. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. 36 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Set. 18 gainer.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, not that he needs another milestone, CD, but he just surpassed 19,000 rushing yards in his career.
And all I'm seeing right now are past greats flashing through my head, their accomplishments, what they did on the field, and he's broken their records. I see LaDainian Tomlinson. I see Emmitt Smith. I see Barry Sanders. And this guy now is the all-time rusher in NFL history, and we were here to see it.
That was pretty light on his feet, spinning forward and picking up 9. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.